Hi. Hi. My name's Crystal. I am a DBD player with on record 1,573 hours. And I have just lost a streak on the Doctor where we got to 5 wins in a row. Don't get me wrong, I understand this is no Otzdava 50 wins, this is no Momo 2000 Blight streak. But I think this is quite an achievement for me personally. It's my first big step into win streaks. And it's definitely not going to be the last. I've had a lot of fun, and I've had some fairly rough games that have taught me quite a bit. And the Doctor was my first victim, I suppose. The Doctor's power is a lot, even more with some of his weird add-ons, but we started the streak without add-ons. If you give me just 1 second. I apologise. As you can see here, our streak rules are: a win is 3 or 4 kills, 2 kills is a draw but can only unchange the streak once, and we start with no add-ons up to the 10th win. Now, obviously we didn't get that this time. However, I am not deterred. I will be attempting it again. Perhaps not immediately, but in the foreseeable future. Now, how does that apply to our friend, the Doctor? Well, the Doctor's a fairly simple killer, despite the fact his power's massive. There's essentially the madness and the shock therapy, which are his information power and his chase power. Forgive me. Now, there are a lot of guides on the Doctor already, and I'm potentially going to be making my own in the future, due to the fact I'm working on a new series of videos shortly. However, for now, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the streak, and the streak was actually very simple. The build I used was Corrupt, Painraz, Pop, and Merciless Storm, 4 absolutely disgusting slowdown perks on the Doctor himself. See, they're all just brutal on him. Pop and Painraz, potentially the 2 most powerful perks in the game right now. Corrupt and Merciless, also very strong, especially on Doctor. Corrupt is very useful for Doctor in my opinion, because it allows you to slow down the gens early on, allows you to get a little bit of Madness 1 or 2 flittering about on survivors, and of course helps that all-important first hit and first down a lot easier and with a lot less pressure. Merciless Storm, on the other hand, is difficult because of that inflicted madness, where skill checks are random and constant and almost impossible to hit consistently on Doctor, and it is ridiculous. We got so many gem blocks with Merciless. And Painraz Pop are just so good at slowing down gens. This build is disgustingly good. But the only problem you have is that it's only slowdown. You know, there's no save the best for last, there's no nowhere to hide, which I wish I had a few times, and it's very manual. You have to go around and kick gens yourself. There are multiple times where I'm saying in the streak, oh, I wish I had Ruin. Regardless, we did manage to get 5 wins in a row with the Doctor, and it's not a massive amount, but it's an amount I'm proud of. And it's an amount that, especially now I've tried a win streak myself, I think very, very many people under-respect just how difficult it is to achieve that consistency. So my respect for players like Otzdava and Momo, who have gone on massive streaks, 50, 100, 200, 2,000 wins, has gone way up. Now, this video will just be a brief introduction, just talking about the build, how it works. What were the problems that we faced that ultimately ended the streak, though? Well, Doctor lacks chase lethality. He's very good at securing single hits. He's a little bit like the Clown, okay? These killers are both very good at securing single hits with the shock therapy or with a combination of bottles. But then what they struggle with is turning that single hit into a single down, into a kill, into a win. And that was what really got us in the last game. We actually did get a relatively early tunnel, but it wasn't enough to keep up with the gen pressure the survivors had. And then when we got to the other 3 survivors, we just couldn't down them fast enough. And ultimately that was what lost us the streak, combined with poor planning and some false decisions on my part, of course. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoy the games, and I'll see you soon with another one, maybe. Bye-bye.